Hello and welcome to the Kirby Abridged Questions and Answers video, Part 1. I'm Jake the Voice, and with me, live by satellite, in other words, Skype, it's Denham Joyce. Hello there.
Hello there. Question 1. Why did you decide to use the Chief Bookham raps?
This is from Aston Richardson. Thanks for not reading that out, Denham. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm a damn good radio host.
And I'm surprised no one's really asked about this before. In terms of when we're doing the Kirby Abridged lines, I always like to send to Kitty and Coops, etc. I always like to send a joke track. Just something funny, something goofy that I just create off the bat. And I hope that the team I hope they throw together an entire video of all these goofy things that I've sent them in one go, because some of them are quite funny, I have to say.
I'm sure they're saving up for quite some time. I mean, not so much the raps, but my favourite one you've ever done was was it 1950s?
Yes. The raps were one of them. I just I just went online, got some music from a game, from a Duke Nukem game, and I just played that in the background, and I just started freestyling into the mic and trying to talk like Chief Bookham, because, you know, that's the character I play. And I probably should have pointed that out at the start, that I play Chief Bookham and Sabo the bartender. And of course you didn't play...
Yeah!
Yeah, he plays Yeah!
Yeah! Yangu! He's just very happy to be here.
So, yeah, I sent that off. The team loved him so much, they said, make more, let's make a video out of this, let's make a quickie. And I thought, you like this stuff? Okay. So I just plucked down some video game music from the net and just made more raps. It's good fun, though. I like it. It's good fun. Okay, next question from Kirby. Will you abridge 100 Kirby episodes?
Is that in one go, or... I don't know, it's more up to Kitty and Cooper, isn't it, really?
I'd say so, yeah. I remember we discussed this with them before. They planned on making not 100, but maybe about 650 episodes. So anyway.
This one comes from Hardboiled Greninja Extreme. Cool name. Who would win in a fight, Kirby or Goku?
Kirby would probably absorb Goku's powers. I mean, both are big eaters. If it was an eating contest, then I'd say equal match, but Kirby would pretty much steal Goku's powers, because that's his copy ability, and probably do a pretty good job. I'm probably going to put my money in Kirby. Also, Kirby's cuter. Yeah,
I was going to say the same, to be honest with you. I just wanted to know what you'd go down, because I imagine he'd both have Super Saiyan and the fact that he can turn into a stone and crush him from above. He can just do some super troll sort of moves on Goku.
Okay, then, next question. This is from Mushroom Fan Kid. Says, why do King DDD and Escargoon act like a couple sometimes?
Again, I believe that's up to the writing style and dynamic of Cooper and Kitty. Like, the voice actors have got a good chemistry, like, to just play off each other as well.
It just feels like, when I'm listening to them, like a bit of stand-up between the two. It's just it's really funny dialogue, very snappy between them. It's
more like, if people are familiar with the English ways, the ways of the banter, where, like, it's just observing, like, a couple of friends, like, James Hausleiter, I believe it's pronounced, has sent us a 4-part question, Jake. Part 1, the guest voices in some of the videos, are they total strangers to you guys, or are they close friends?
Now, I'll answer this question. Bit of controversy surrounding this going on. Let me explain. Basically, many of the guest voices in the videos are actually homeless people that that the Kirby Abridged team managed to hire. We see them on the street, they speak to us, and we think, you know, they could do a really good job with voice acting. So we throw a sandwich or two at them, or better yet, a lot cheaper is just use blackmail, get them on board, get them to record the lines, and then boot them out as quick as possible. And that's why you never really see them again sometimes.
In all seriousness, to me, a couple of the guest voices I've never actually met. I don't know if you have, Jake.
Nah, I haven't.
We've had a couple Skype calls, and we've chatted to Cooper and Kitty before, but I've never actually properly met any of the other guys that are voice act, like any of the guest voices.
Yeah, I I'd love to, have a Skype call with them myself, so...
Yeah, I'd love to too. Besides Kirby, what other Nintendo franchise, or video game franchises, do you guys like to play?
Alright, I'll start with Nintendo franchises first. I do love, if there's one series I love, it's the WarioWare series. I absolutely love those, the really fast-paced micro games, which are like 5 or 10 seconds, where you have to pick a nose, eat an apple, really fast speed, and it just has a very weird sense of humour, and I really like that. I like surreal humour, because I'm British. I mean, the British invented surreal humour, as far as I care, or at least did it best, in my opinion.
We've got humour as well,
That's true. As for other franchises, let's go for... I'm not going to... I could literally bang on about all sorts of franchises I love, but as for other franchises, yeah, I love the Mario series, Smash Brothers. In terms of non-Nintendo stuff, I like Doom, Duke Nukem, and especially Time Splitters. I'm an absolute huge fan of the Time Splitters series, an absolute nerd for it, so...
There's a pure titanium. That's the quote, right?
I got balls of steel.
Oh, I thought it was spherical items of pure titanium.
That's the British version of Duke Nukem. Looking at the time, I must point out that it is time now to start kicking hide and eating scones. Unfortunately, it looks like I am all out of scones, which is most unfortunate.
Fetch the musket, Miriam! Well, no, going back to the question, with Nintendo franchises, I'm the same with Mario and Smash. I'm a good fan of Pokemon. And for other video game franchises, at the moment I'm playing through Fallout, New Vegas, and I'm a big Borderlands fan at the moment. So I've just been through pre-sequel again, playing as representing Claptrap. Do you think the franchises should deserve a movie or TV series based on, or directly to the game, or a second chance?
Personally, I would love to see, for example, a Mario movie. I heard that Mario is probably going to be starring in Wreck-It Ralph 2, so looking forward to that, because the first movie didn't really wow me. As for other franchises, again, I would love to see, to be honest, a reboot of the Kirby series. I think that would be absolutely fine with me if they. I think if they polish off the writing a bit more, instead of relying on some cheesy, there's some cheesy lines every now and again, just go for something a bit goofier, maybe a bit more fleshed out action scenes with Kirby, then I think that could really nail home, to be honest.
The whole world of Smash could actually work in as an actual good TV series.
I agree. If it didn't,
if you think about it, they're all. It's practically like a fighting game mixed with Toy Story, because they are toys that come to life.
I would love to see that turn into, the plot of the Subspace Emissary from Super Smash Bros. Brawl, which had all the cutscenes with all the characters meeting up. I think something like that would be very, very cool, in my opinion.
The fourth point of this question is, what are your thoughts on the Mother/Earthbound series?
I haven't really played the Earthbound series, to be honest, but, I like it, I respect it. I think, based on what I've seen, the snippets, pretty funny stuff, so... Yeah,
I can't say I've played the series myself, to be honest. It's certainly a game that I've wanted to go and actually try and get hold of.
Franny Fazbear says, who's your favourite Kirby character? Let's say Abridged. Let's say the Abridged. Favourite Kirby Abridged character myself? That's a tough one, to be honest. I think there are some loads of very funny characters in Kirby Abridged. I'm probably going to have to say it's kind of a tie between Tiff, because of the whole, crazy voodoo evil witch motif, which she says some very dark but funny lines. So, and of course, AM, the ocarina player who provides the voice, I think she does an absolutely cracking job. So, definite points there. And I'm probably also going to have to say Chef Kawasaki, because I don't know how Koops pulls off that brilliant voice for him, this absolutely moronic kind of voice. You're not talking like this! But it gets me every time, it's so hilarious. He
always reminds me of the two guys from Monsters, Inc.
The nerdy monsters, like, go get him, Mr. Salmoni!
You idiot, he's Sullivan!
Oh, sorry!
I forgot the name of the character, but he was, I believe it was episode 8, the Chinese chef that shows up.
Chef Shiitake.
Shiitake, that was the one. Yeah, I was watching the episodes back again the other day, and I was just going through, and I just love that sort of subtitled Japanese anime sort of character. Marianne Paulus has asked us, what is it like being a voice actor?
It's absolutely brilliant. Every time I walk down the street, people throw rose petals at me. I get the red carpet treatment, and many times I am greeted by the cheers and cries of many pretty ladies. Okay, shall I tell the serious answer now?
Yeah, I think you probably need to tell the serious answer.
Yeah. Personally, I really do like being a voice actor. I've had a few, not too many, unfortunately. I've had about 4 roles that I've actually paid, and I've made a little bit of money out of it. But usually because I'm just an amateur, and I've been interviewing quite a few voice actors on my radio show, The Cyber Den. Your weekly dose of Tekken games every Wednesday, 10 till 12. But I think what I like about being a voice actor, even though, like I said, I'm an amateur, I'm not a major pro with huge amounts of experience, I just love doing goofy, silly, stupid impersonations and voices. And I like to crack them, for example, when we're, for example, joking around with my mates, or when me and Denham record our lines and we're just ad-libbing into the mic, just impersonating funny moments from The Simpsons, etc. It's just good fun.
Well, I myself have just been doing stupid, silly little voices, for their memorizing what people have said on TV and everything. And I mean, I'm pretty much new to this game. Gengu was my first voice, and it's still pretty much this is the only show that I've ever worked on. It's my first. Everyone, I'm quite grateful for finding Kirby Abridged guys, to be honest. I mean, I love the freedom that you have with your character and what voices, and can put something into it and they'll just tell you if it's good, tell you if it's bad, but most of the time they come back and just never really any problems with anything that you do for the lines.
Usually because we're so great.
I do believe so. Not to do a bit of a brag, but we kind of knock it out of the park every time.
I think I was quite proud with when I got in contact with the Kirby Abridged team. This was quite a while ago, actually. Yeah. I listened to some of the episodes, thought they were absolutely brilliant, and since I was starting out, trying out a bit of voice acting, and this was just over a year ago or so, and since I've actually watched Kirby right back at you to no end, I could actually pull off some of the voices. So I sent in a demo reel saying, trying to talk like the chief. I sent that off. I sent one for Melman the mailman with a really old gruff voice. I didn't really get that part because they already had a voice, but they really liked my impersonation of Chief Bookham and said it was really close to the original. So then they said, hey, can you do the voice of Samo? Samo? Oh, the Irish guy. And to be honest, the file I sent them, it was terrible. I didn't sound anything like him. I think over time, though, it sounded a lot less like this because, it just sounded like me trying to put on an Irish accent. It just sounded terrible. Then I listened to more of the Mike Pollock voice, who voices many characters in Kirby right back to you. He's even the voice of Dr. Eggman, and I interviewed him also on the Cyber Den, your weekly dose of Tekken games, every Wednesday, 10 till 12. Check the interview out on YouTube. Anyway, but
that's ingrained into your system.
Pretty much. But I listened to more of his lines, and I finally managed to really ground a way to try and perfect this voice, kind of polish it up. It's not 100% replica of Mike Pollock's version, but I think this version is definitely a lot better than before. It's
one of those things though, when you take over and you're doing a bridge series, you've got to try and get relatively close to the voice, but you've also got to make it your own, because all of the things that you've got to do, it's you've got to make the character act and sound as though they're making all these other completely weird and strange sort of conversations and everything. If you can just go in like this, Gengu is just my voice, but I'm just a bit more pushing a little bit, and I'm a bit more happy with everything. So you can just go straight into it like that. I don't think it's particularly too close to it, but I think it does like the job as it is, because it's got like a twinge of what's there, and at the same time you can just crack into it and just go like, right, he's going to say this, he's going to say that, and Bob's your uncle.
Okay, next question. This is from Nathaniel Burke. He says, why does Kirby have a British voice?
Because he is the smartest character there.
Because Britain is the greatest country in the world. This is the point where I play Rule Britannia in the background, but I don't have that on hotkey, unfortunately. I can't seem to go on YouTube and make it seem, instantaneous.
I'm actually standing to salute right now.
I'm doing that as well. But yeah, Kirby is basically... The joke is he's the most intelligent character in the show. The problem is no one seems to understand him. So everyone just hears him saying, Poyo! But British, it's because Rule Britannia, that's why. I mean, who doesn't love the British voice? Who doesn't love the British accent?
It is the sexiest accent.
That's right, and remember, ladies, Jake is single. Moving on.
Bernard the Flame Gamer Wolf, Blue Flame. What is your favourite upload this far in the Kirby Abridged besides the lost episodes?
That's a tough question. I think many of the episodes are very consistent, and they always end up making me laugh, no matter which episode I see, really.
I'm going to have to say either the bias one, which is like the episode I came in on, and, well, not that, the second one actually, because I thought my first takes with that one were a bit iffy, but I did like the second one I was in. But with watching them all back, episode 8 is probably my favourite, purely for Chef Tataki.
I'm probably going to have to say, personally, I really enjoyed not only episode 21, that was full of brilliant jokes, even though I haven't really seen much of The Lord of the Rings, it still made me laugh quite a bit. On top of that, I especially enjoyed, I think, Samo's lines in episode 25, the, with Mabel turning the tables and everyone with the Moses references, etc. I think that episode, I think Samo's lines in that were probably some of his strongest, especially that line when it said something in the lines of, "Oh, Tuff's a regular at me bar all the time. He thinks he's getting the good stuff, but enough about that. Let's talk about Mabel." Because
that was the best one to record, I think.
Yeah, I think it was
in the studio, like when I was doing my lines, because with the scream especially, if you remember trying to record that.
How could I forget?
It just kept coming out, sounding like Hank Hill.
Whoa!
Whoa!
But yeah, I'd definitely say episode 25 had some very strong writing as well.
Yeah,
I think any of the episodes that have us in with in the bloopers, then it's going to be good. I absolutely love listening back to those bloopers where we were just we do goof off a lot. So
yeah, we go very off topic.
Definitely. Okay, next question. This is from Destiny Willowleaf. Question 1 for everyone. Can any of you animate?
Sort of. I can kind of animate. I'm still teaching myself how to animate at the moment, but I won't say I'm too strong at it, but I'm getting better. I've only done 1 or 2 things, like if you wanted to check it out, my channel should be descriptions in there. See, I can do the shameless plug as well.
All right, no need to stick your nose into this denim. Gore. But as for me, I just can't. I can't animate. I like doodling. I like to goof around with my animations on pieces of paper. Wouldn't really call that animations, actually. If anything, that's one of my biggest life regrets. Really, not forcing myself to get better at art. I absolutely hated it back in school. It was absolutely dreadful and it was boring because we weren't drawing cartoons, we were just drawing faces of ourselves, etc. It was terrible.
The university course that I'm on, like I initially applied for an animation course, but this was the best thing that I got told, like in half of them, that my drawing style was too cartoony. So where'd you get that logic?
if I had the skill, I would absolutely love to do animations, and especially I would love to animate some of my Cyberden stuff, because there's so many great lines I would love to just bring to life and turn me into a cartoon, because I've actually got, as you've probably seen before, an animated picture of my face smiling. I got that from narrating Law in a Minute videos, and my mug is in the comments under, Jake the Voice Pa right at the end, and you can see me smiling. If I could get something like that and have me the kind of animated and playing just snippets of the Cyberden, some of the funniest bits from the interviews or whatever, I would absolutely love that. It's always been a bit of a dream of mine to actually star in a cartoon as myself. I would absolutely love that. Question 2. This is to me, Jake the Voice. Who is the cast member you've known the longest? I think
the Kirby or the Denim?
I think it must have been Denim. First met him in the the University of Lincoln Filmmaking Society, where we given challenges every so often, and we just create a film about them. Some of them are absolutely hilarious, and yeah, we worked on one. And of course we kept in touch, and of course eventually, a handful of months down the line, you asked, "Hey, I heard about your work on Kirby Abridged. Could you send me their contact email?" And I did. After that,
I abused your friendship rather drunkenly.
Pretty much.
One night and just said, "Can you send them an email saying hey, if you've got any openings, I'd like to. You've got an audition."
Still, it's good to have you on board. And after that, I've only really known Pretty Kitty because of just the emails, getting lines from her, etc. So I've probably spoken to her the most. Just general giving info and stupid little goofy messages I'll just drop alongside, because like I said, I love surreal, goofy sense of humour. So that's second, but Denim I'd say is the first.
PSI in 10 has asked, why does Kirby have the ability to absorb enemies' powers?
Originally, Kirby had the power to basically cook meals and offer them to the enemies for them to gobble up, and then Kirby would just walk by. But Shigeru Miyamoto, he kind of stumbled in one day into the studio and said, "Dudes, what the heck, yo? This is really dumb." And based on that brilliant, insightful feedback, they decided, what should we? Shigeru Miyamoto, he ended up tripping over a Hoover and turned that on. Then they thought, we're getting ideas now. Thank you, Shigeru. And that is the complete abridged version of how Kirby got his inhale ability.
Or it's Nintendo's answer to Hitman. For starters, Kirby kills the enemy and takes their ability and their looks, and then goes and assassinates more enemies and takes their clothing, per se, and moves on to the bigger target that he has to assassinate in the end.
Pretty much. Now, you're probably thinking, guys, are you talking utter rubbish? No, that's actually how they got the idea of Hitman, which was about, 15 years later. They played a Kirby game and we thought, we can one-up this. Next question. This is from Christian Ramirez. Why does Escargoon sound like a girl? Very simple question. Is because Coops Media voices Escargoon, because he's a girl, right?
I thought Kitty was.
No, it's Coops, because he's a girl, I think.
Sire, please.
But it's definitely not Kitty, because Kitty is actually it does actually speak like, believe it or not, Brian Blessed in real life. She puts on this very soft, angelic voice for her characters, but she really sounds like this.
Sure.
Pretty much. So,
for those of you that do not know who Brian Blessed is, Clayton from Tarzan.
Alternatively, go on Google Images and type in Brian Blessed wrestling a polar bear. That was one of the greatest matches I've ever seen, ever since The Undertaker fought the T-1000 Terminator in WrestleMania 22.7. It was pretty good stuff.
Ice Kirby has asked us, what is the best Kirby copy ability?
I remember from the show, there was the Broom Kirby. And that has to be the best one because Kirby gets a broom and he whooshes away the enemy and we only see it once, but it's so underrated!
What?
No, seriously. That copy ability was terrible. It was so ridiculous in my opinion. Best copy ability? I don't know, really. I kind of liked Sword Kirby because he's got a sword. That's awesome!
I liked Ice and Fighter Kirby. I think they were quite good copy abilities.
I liked the Austin Powers Kirby when Kirby kind of inhales something British and then he turns into like an Austin Powers replica. And
yeah, he always turns around and just goes, "Oh, behave, groovy baby, yeah."
And of course, he says it in a kind of high pitched babyish voice. Groovy baby, Poyo, kind of voice. So that makes it more fun. So I think that, and hands down, that has to be the greatest Kirby copy ability. Next question. Angel Agulia says, when Kirby talks, does he talk in his mind or out loud? Well, actually, when Kirby's talking, it's pretty much like a monologue, trying to talk to people and fill them in. Tell them, you imbeciles, fools, why will you not listen to me? But unfortunately, no one seems to hear him. So it's kind of a mixture of the two, really. Sometimes he's just, just muttering to himself some melodic and romantic descriptions about how cruel human life is. And sometimes he's trying to talk some sense into everyone, but of course, people think he's saying Poyo. Funny stuff.
Or they're just ignoring him and just saying that is what he actually is saying.
The original voice for Kirby, for the Kirby Right Back At Ya, it was supposed to be voiced by Vince McMahon from WWE.
Really?
Yeah, it's true. Basically, what he was supposed to sound like was like this. Alright then, we're gonna go down and defeat this monster, and we're gonna use John Cena, and if you don't, you're fired. So they thought that would be the perfect voice for Kirby, but then they kind of they scrapped it though.
I don't see why it didn't go any further than the actual ideas room.
You can Google it, and Google will say nothing about it. Well, let me just say, Google are wrong.
It's mainly because he actually paid off Google to take it down.
Precisely. Yeah, he owns WWE, so he's rich enough. Now, you're probably thinking, we're lying, but just remember, we're British, so technically we can't lie.
Our next question comes from Ouija Prower. What would be your reaction if Kirby Abridged was asked to actually be a real TV show?
The first thing I would say would be, do I get paid?
Yeah, that probably would have been my first impressions with that one.
If it did actually turn into a TV show, I'd be absolutely over the moon if we were getting more than 5 people actually checking out the show. That would be great. Don't kill us, Kitty. We know everyone loves it. Please spare my legs. But no, I would absolutely love it if
not me.
If all copyright problems, etc., were thrown out the window and it could be popped on the old boob tube, then I would absolutely love that. I think it'd be a great idea.
Next question?
Yeah. Casey Clark, aka Dr. Falchion, or whatever, says, number 1, are you planning on / interested in working on original works? Maybe. Question 2.
I didn't get my answer out.
I'll answer for you. Maybe. Question 2. What non-Nintendo series would you like to see Kirby cross over with?
I don't know, what would work well with A Land of Rainbows and Sweet Dreams and everything? I suppose Silent Hill.
Silent Hill, I agree. I think Kirby and Silent Hill would make a brilliant addition. And then you'd get the Chief walking around going, "Hey, you Pyramid Head! Your head looks like a piece of Toblerone chocolate."
It appears you've just taken my head off. You're getting a ticket.
I'm sending you to the chair. Well, if I would, but I don't have a head anymore. So I think that could work really well, actually. Question 3. What genre would you like to see a Kirby spin-off, either video game or TV show?
Survival horror.
A survival horror video game would be pretty darn cool.
You just get because Kirby can split into 3.
Yeah.
You could do it like a bit like Silent Hill. Like you're basically playing as like a Waddle Dee or one of the enemies running away from Kirby, who's going to eat you.
Pretty much, yeah. It'll be...
Do things like hiding in different areas, and you could be there. It could even be DDD that's like looking at, like trying to find you. It could go any way with it, but I think that it could actually work as an actual video game survival horror.
I agree.
Vinny Funniness, Vinny Blushfits, has asked, where did you all meet each other? Email and uni.
Pretty much. Like I mentioned earlier, we met in Uni Filmmaking Society. Then I pretty much checked out online about Kirby Abridged, kind of stumbled across it, thought the episodes were funny, sent an email, and met that way. And then Denham kind of went, "Oh, Jake, please, I need something to voice act in." And I was standing there with 3 beautiful women by my side, and I went...
It didn't go that way. I basically said to you, I need a job quick, or the loan office are going to take my funds.
But the pretty ladies were there, though. They were smothering me with kisses, and I was like, very well. So I ripped off my shirt, revealed my beautiful abs and chest hair. That was kind of pointless. It was just to please the ladies. But after I did that, then we walked over and started getting some auditions for you done. Sent them off, and the rest is history, as they say.
I had to collar him back into the room. He kept going out and just being mooned over the ladies.
Next question. Sian, S-I-E-A-N-X, YouTuber, said, just a general question really, been wondering about how long you've been fans of the Kirby anime. Been on my mind for a while. Smiley face. And what are some of your favourite other animes are? Would be awesome to see other abridged versions. I first heard about the Kirby anime on the Wii. This was a handful of years ago. And there was a free app for Kirby Right Back At Ya. I hadn't known too much about Kirby, but I thought, I only really knew about Kirby through Smash Brothers. I downloaded that, so they were on there for about a handful of months, then they took them all down and put one episode there for some reason. I don't know why, but... Then I checked out some more over the internet, and that's how I found out. And of course, I really like it. It kind of makes me feel like a bit of a kid again, watching that show.
I never watched the anime, to be honest with you, as a kid or anything. I sort of watched a couple of the episodes just to get a feel for the characters and how the voices should be. But in terms of animes, the only thing I ever watched was Pokemon.
Again, yeah, I enjoyed a bit of Pokemon. I like to watch it with some of my flatmates here at university and just point and laugh and joke about some of the silly, stupid things they included or wrote about. But as for other animes, I'm not a major anime fan, but my flatmate Fabian has shown me some really good ones. So shows like Cowboy Bebop, that's a very good one. Space Dandy, he's a dandy guy in space, which is very funny. There's also Bacano, which is probably one of my favourites, actually, because it's kind of like a Pulp Fiction if it was an anime. And there's so many brilliant characters in it, really good non-linear story, lots of really gruesome amounts of violence, but nevertheless, incredible show. I
mean, I'd love to get involved in a Pokemon anime, a bridge series, if that ever came to light.
Yeah, there's quite a few online, but I would love to do a Pokemon anime myself. I'd love to use a silly, stupid voice for that. And of course, I'm going to throw this in the bucket, of course, Dragon Ball Z, because who hasn't seen Dragon Ball Z? Come on.
Our next question comes from Josu Mayorga, and the question is simply, you like Sonic?
Gotta move fast.
I was a Mario fan.
Same here. I like a bit of Sonic, but...
Sonic Generations was good. I did like... It wasn't a real Sonic game, but Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed, that was a really good game. I mean, it sort of takes a bit of the object out of it when you're playing as Sonic in a car. You can easily win just on feet, but...
As for me, favourite Sonic game probably has to be Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and 2. I like the old school classic Sonics. I haven't really completed them, but definitely spend quite a bit of time checking out the retro stuff and listening to the music. I mean, come on, the frigging Chemical Plant Zone tune is awesome!
Oh god, Chemical Plant Zone. I always got stuck in that on number 2.
It was challenging, but it had such a great tune and the graphics. I love playing the... there was an a cappella by a fella called Smooth McGroove. I love playing the Chemical Plant Zone. of Chemical Plant Zone a cappella on the Cyberden, your weekly dose of tech and games every Wednesday, 10 till 12. And
right, and I'm banning that for the rest of the video.
we should have like a little counter, say how many times Jake talks about the Cyberden, but
I imagine it's in double figures.
probably. But yeah, for example, I love that little tune that Smooth McGroove made. My opinion, I like Mario better. Next question. This is from the Oreo Master. Can Mabel show me the way to the land of chocolate milk and honey nut Cheerios? Now wait just a minute there, mate. No one talks to my woman Mabel but me. Well, she's not my woman yet. She told me no, but she will go out with me, you know. And you're not getting any of that chocolate milk and honey nut Cheerios, mate.
He's not worth it, man.
Okay, all right then.
Worth it. Car King 114 has asked, do you Smash Brothers? Of course we do. If you do, who do you make?
Easy question. In Brawl, I played as Wario and Snake, but Smash Brothers nowadays, Wario and my customized Mii character.
Back in the day, I used to always play as Kirby, but with everything that's been going now, with like some of the new characters, like I love playing as Pac-Man, as Little Mac. Most of the time, I play as Yoshi. I mean, come on, it's Yoshi. Even like Microsoft have said that like they'd put Banjo-Kazooie in because of Banjo's like past with Nintendo.
Yeah.
So like I think that like opens the floor up to like a load of other characters because they've got like third-party content going into it.
To be honest, I don't know who else I'd like to see. I mean, if I was a playable character, I'd be cool with that. In fact, me and Denim as playable characters.
Yes. Would you be a gunner, brawler, or sword fighter?
Yes.
not a very well honed answer there, but I'll take it.
We'd have fists with blades that can shoot.
I've actually done like a lot of thought into mine, and I would love to put Professor Oak in as a character to fight, because I would have he wouldn't do what the Pokemon trainer did. He would just have moves like I'd give him a disable move.
So, for example, say, now is not the time to use that!
That's basically what I was thinking, like, it'd just flash up on the screen with there. For his final smash, you could catch everyone in a Pokeball and then send them flying off the screen. And they've got to, like, button mash to try and get out of them while they're hurtling towards the edge. There's like, load of things that you can do with it. You could use all the items that you could be interacting with, you could just use the Pokemon Snapmobile to go flying up into the air. There's so many possibilities that you could have with Professor Oak. I just think that he'd be a perfect match with it. He's like the character that always sticks out to everyone because he's the most well-known in all the Pokemon universe, in my opinion.
So Noah Carlos says, what would Tiff do with $1 million? Doo-doo-doo. What would Tiff do with $1 million? Something evil, that's for sure. I think global conquest.
$999,999 worth of puppies and one $1 hammer.
all to attempt to sacrifice them to the dark god Chernobog.
I've heard that Tiff actually worships Cthulhu.
Maybe both. I think she'll probably get both just to watch them duke it out.
So, I think that's all the questions we have on our sheets.
Yes. We would just like to say we have reached the end of the Kirby Abridged question sheet, so thank you very much for everyone who has written in. Now, if we didn't answer your questions, don't worry, because we've got part 2 coming right up. And in part 2, we'll be getting the rest of the Kirby Abridged crew, who hopefully would have been, well, recovering from their illnesses now, so we can answer the questions together as a team.
Yeah, well, we need to, like, get them involved, because there are a few questions that, well, we really don't know the answers to.
Well, be sure to check out part 2 coming ever so soon. So, from me, Jake, it's goodbye.
And from me, Denim, it's goodbye as well. Be sure to check out Jake at the Cyberden.
Damn you, Denim, that was my line! Damn you, you know what, forget it, mission failed, I'm gonna play this little jingle now. You evil, evil person. See you later, folks. And yeah, do check out the Cyberden. And keep watching Kirby Abridged with me, Jake the Voice, as Chief Bookham, and Sabo the Bartender.
And me, Denim, as Gengu. Bye!
See you later, folks.
Bye!